Hello, and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV News Update. I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. In the headlines, Buhari writes Independent National Electoral Commission seeks advice for direct primaries. Court declares deposed Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi's banishment as unlawful, awards 10 million naira as damages. The Chief Justice of Nigeria tasked judiciary officers to rid the nation of corrupt individuals. Now the details. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Mohammed, has called on judiciary officers in Nigeria to rid the nation of indicted corrupt individuals by carrying out their mandate without fear or favor. He said that as the last hope of the common man, the judiciary must remain independent and not rest its back until corruption is stamped out of the country and justice upheld. The CJN said this on Tuesday during the 3rd National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector in Abuja. According to him, between 2020 and 2021, 756 corrupt cases were handled in the country, and also added that from January to November this year, 1,144 suspects were convicted of various corrupt offenses and financial crimes, including hundreds of millions as cash forfeiture alongside 8 aircraft, fuel stations, among others. Justice Anwuli Chikere of the Federal High Court in Abuja has declared as illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional the banishment of the deposed Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, to Awe, a remote community in Nasarawa State. The court held that the restriction placed on Sanusi after his deposition in March 9, 2020 on allegations of insubordinations are clear arbitrary violations of his rights to freedom of movement and personal liberty, as granted by the Nigerian Constitution. Please scroll this. Justice Chikere further held that the right to freedom of liberty and personal dignity, granted under the Section 34 of Nigeria's Constitution, cannot be taken away as done by the Kano State Government, Police, Department of State Services, DSS, and the Attorney General of the Federation, except with express order of the courts. A sum of 10 million naira was awarded to the former emir as demanded to be paid to him by the respondents. President Muhammadu Buhari has written a letter to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, seeking advice over the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2021. The letter addressed to the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, sought comments on the controversial sole adoption of direct primaries option for parties to produce candidates for elections, among other key issues ahead of the 2023 general elections. Some governors and the federal lawmakers have disagreed on the revised Electoral Act passed by the National Assembly on November 9, 2021, over the adoption of direct primaries. He called for more engagement to be coordinated by the leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, to resolve any form of disagreement and assuage the feelings of governors who were not happy over the direct primary option. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria said on Monday that it had automated the non-commercial export form for stakeholders in the business sector. The CBN said this in a circular which was signed by the Director Trade and Exchange Department, Dr. O.S. Naji, entitled Automation of Form NCX on the Trade Monitoring System. The circular said all authorized dealers were required to ensure that the processing of Form NCX should only be done electronically on the Trade Monitoring System websites. On the foreign scene, a Turkish defense analyst and founder of the opposition Democracy and Progress Party, DEVA, Metin Gülkar, who was detained on Friday, has been jailed on Tuesday on charges of political and military espionage. Gülkar, a former member of the Turkish military, was one of the co-founders of DEVA party led by Ali Babakan, a former deputy prime minister with President Recep Erdogan, ruling AKP party. Gülkar recently criticized the government's agreements with United Arab Emirates, arguing that Turkey would be forced to make concessions in return for investments pledged by the United Arab Emirates. In sports, former Chelsea player John Sillett is dead at the age of 85. John Sillet's family announced his death in a statement on Tuesday. His ability to spot things tactically, change them during a game, and enhance the abilities of players was top class, and the respect he had from top people in the game will be missed by all sports lovers. Sillet was a full-back who started his career at Chelsea in 1954. The Southampton-born played over 100 games for Chelsea and won the first division title at Stamford Bridge in 1954 to 1955 session. He later played for Coventry and Plymouth before moving into management at Hereford. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Buhari writes Independent National Electoral Commission seeks advice for direct primaries. Court declares deposed Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi's banishment as unlawful, awards 10 million naira as damages. The Chief Justice of Nigeria tasked judiciary officers to rid the nation of corrupt individuals. Safety and security begins with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. That's the Signature TV News updates. On behalf of my producer, Joy Jonas, I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. Thanks for watching.